Hello guys, we have a bunch of information to cover really quick, so if you see right there, we're going to start it off. Guns and knuckles are the best, daggers are obsolete now. Um, so we're going to be running through the classes and we're going to be rating everything. So they're rated for both PvP and PvE. So if you want to just like look at the skills, and you can sit here and dilly dally and rewatch them a few times. This and X's are going to be separate. I don't have all the X's yet. I'll eventually work on that. But so Nightmare is a pretty substandard class. I'd rate it a C on a scale of S through F. Um, so its big thing is its passive, which gives a chance to sleep with every hit, which is a really big thing in PvP. Even though it is a small sleep timer, it still throws your opponent off guard. All the other skills are negligible. You can basically ignore them. Draw Spirit might be some bit of use, but the other two are just bad everywhere. So we're gonna move over to Cleaver. This one is definitely rated a little bit higher. You get a skill that's like Mage's Willows, and you get that sweep skill. Um, Both of them are some really good moves for PvP. With the sweep, of course, being a little bit better in PvE also. Um, so I'd rate it an A, not quite an S. So Rapid Shear is really good if you're using guns or knuckles, which are what I'd say is best. You need to go cooldown. And for Edge Blossom, which is your willows, you also need to go cooldown. Its passive is just a standard stat adding passive, and so I can't really rate it much more than a B, but I can't rate it any less either. Crawl Impact doesn't really serve a purpose, so you can just throw cooldown on there. So moving on to Vampire. If you have low health, this class is basically useless to you. I don't give a damn if you think, oh hey, vampire sounds cool, I need to be a vampire. So, this thing, if you do have high health, will fundamentally change you in both PvP and PvE. So, um, you have a passive that'll automatically give you 1% of your health back, chance whenever you hit someone. So, the higher health, the better. And it has a drain skill, which manually drains health off targets. That is very, very fucking spectacular in Tower. I've healed at least, well, I think my record was like 20,000 or something crazy like that whenever I had a lot of health. Good skill. The spam skill, Crimson Claw, garbage. The hidden, garbage. Grimfang, it's a self-harm skill. I rated it an S for raising your attack in PvE so you can farm faster. So, okay, Phantom Gunner. So this is a really good class. Obviously, it holds Growl Bullet. Um, so Victim Rain, that one's only good for PvE, where you can use it to get some health back using that Vampire Leech. You've got Blitz Impulse, which just rushes you up to the target. This is Hell's Roar. It is worthless in every way. I don't care that it looks cool. You're not flashy. The skill's worthless. And I'm giving honest ratings on all of these. There's no bullshit. Like, you're not going to find a way to turn this skill or that skill into something usable if I say you're not. Not because I'm some... well, whatever. So Growl Bullet is S in both categories. You need to make it magic type, especially... well, no matter what you are. It divides you and makes you much more versatile if it's magic. Victim Rain, like I said, only for PvE. Blitz Impulse is kind of meh. It's not a great chasing skill, and Death Roar falls in F, so you can just make it both. I'm not going to explain word for word on skill types. You'll just have to find keywords and stick with my route. So another thing, while I'm just changing out skills here, Growl Bullet has a bug with things that aren't daggers, meaning that if somebody you're hitting is laggy, it has a chance of blowing a 1 on them. Keep that in mind, and it has much less chance to happen if it's on your first or second hit, with the third hit being more likely. That's why you need to use it like a shotgun and not a sniper. So Inferno, I rate it an A to B mainly because of Melting Road. It's like when it's a chasing skill, I'd say, or it's an evasion skill to where you dash out of the way. But during that time, it's invincibility, meaning you can straight slam through geodancers, blizzards, whatever, and it'll hit them and you'll be perfectly fine. Detonation, rate both as D's. It's not stellar. Burning Rush, the only reason I give it a B for PvE is because it is a fire element and might help you on floors 28 through 30. Okay, so this is the gem of the Revenger class, Executioner. And by gem, I mean it's absolutely terrible. It is the worst class. Um, I have the X here, and I'm just gonna throw it in here for funsies. X video at a later date. We'll run through all of them. So, this skill right here looks good, but if you saw that initial swing, kills it completely. It's dead. It's become a dead skill by that initial swing. So, even though it turned you on by that little sweep it did, it is not good based off of that first little swing. The cage was obviously just a trap move. So, Vorpal, I'll put it as a B on both because it's not entire garbage, but the first swing kills it. Torture Wall, it's 2 hits. It is very slow, even with the faster casts, but its damage is pretty decent. Restraint does nothing in PvE, while I can see it being useful in GVG and Tower. Punishment, pure F. That's a hidden, by the way. Garbage. Worst hidden, I think, in the game, including Soulbreaker. So up next, we have the actual gemstone, I believe, of this Revenger class, Puppet Master. This is by far the most damaging of any base class or advanced class in the game for PvE. It's this lethal dolls move, the little doll dance. So once I stop tossing bombs, okay, here we go. The amounts of hits on this, especially on larger, slower creatures, is crazy, and my old videos show that. I give it a literal triple S. It can't be beaten. There's nothing comparable to it. Gunstorm from Ranger holds no candle at all, and it's still highly effective in PvP. Death Cling is the bomb toss. I rated an A because it's a mid-distance miniature AoE skill that has barely any rigor. The Death Trap, you can go without it. It's nothing special, so I just said PvP because it's not really gonna do you too much in farming. Here's Grim Reaper. This is the new class, and I am very happy over this. Very happy, and I guess I chose the wrong type on Destroy. Wonderful. Has an armor break version, which you want to use. But anywho, let's talk about this Sickle Slash. This Sickle Slash you want on short cooldown. I swear to God, ignore the power. You want it on short cooldown. Why? Because it turns Rev into the ultimate chaser. Or it will eventually whenever you have 2 of them. It's a full 360. No rigor, instant dash with 2 hits, chasing skill. Like, you cannot go above that. That's the best chasing skill in the game. Two of them will turn you into the ultimate dasher. So, chaser, I mean. Especially if you're using dual knuckles, so you'll have dual fire slides and dual sickles. That's fucking nuts. This hidden, it's very good. It looks like it's not so stellar, but it pops out fast. It's multi-hit, and it is really, really good damage. So here's a run through on that. I'd rate it an A through S because 2 of the skills are fucking great. Even though I didn't put an S on Deuce of Scythe, I probably should rate it an S, and some of my branches were wrong. Power and the wide version aren't actually too far off, so just go ahead and go power. Cooldown on Sickle. So if you need to rewatch and pause, then go again. Thanks for watching my video, guys. More to come.